Okay, so Rick's video about their bathroom project kind of gave me the idea that maybe I would do something like that for Lisa's and my project, which we've been working on all spring. It's our Pubshed. And if you don't know what a Pubshed is, you can just Google Pubshed and you'll get an idea all the weird, crazy things people are doing with their old sheds. So naturally, we couldn't just use an old shed. We had to build a brand new shed for our Pubshed. So Lisa started gathering millions of pictures on Pinterest and showing me all the things she wanted, and I did my best to sort of replicate that. So the coolest thing to begin with that I think I like best about our Pubshed is that it's completely solar powered, totally off-grid, which is small, I know, but it's pretty fun. You can see way up on the roof there, if I can get the phone up there, there's a solar panel, that 100-watt solar panel that charges a battery that I'll show you in a minute. And over on the side here on the outside, there's this nice window. We'll have some bar stools here. The window kind of flips up so that people can sit here and sit at the bar from the outside. And I think we'll probably have 3 or 4 stools sitting on the deck there. Around the front, naturally, this is our Pubshed, so it has some nice French doors. Since it will be stocked with liquor, we decided we should probably put a lock on the door, and we decided to go with an electronic lock because, you know, who wants to fumble for keys when you're desperate for a drink? So here's the inside of the shed. Part of that solar part is all these light fixtures are just regular light fixtures, but they use 12-volt LED bulbs. And we have this little remote controller thingy that controls all the different lights, so we can turn those on from, you know, in the house or from out here. And we also have this nice outdoor fixture that we really like. And inside the bar, you can see I'm in the middle of building the actual bar. The base is all cherry, and it's stained, but it's still waiting on a whole bunch of clear coat that'll go on this weekend. And around behind the bar, we have our freezer. I just put this in last night. It's been running well. I'm kind of giving it a test with the solar panel and the battery to see how it does. But it's basically a chest freezer that I have on an external thermostat, temperature sensor, and switch so that I can adjust and set whatever temperature I want. And then that will eventually hold cold stuff. It'll hold some little tiny beer kegs. We'll have 2 beer taps right up on top of the bar here. For just pretty much for novelty, because, you know, we just don't drink that much beer, but why not? We also wanted a little sink in here, and so we didn't want to spend a ton of money on a bar sink because they tend to be very expensive, but we found this idea online. Lisa found this little 4-quart mixing bowl, and I put a hole in the bottom and found a 2-inch bar drain assembly and put that in so that it'll be mounted right next to the fridge over here, and it'll get a tiny little faucet. And over on the side here, it's hard to see, but there's a 1-inch water supply pipe that comes in, and there's a 1/2 inch, and then a 1-inch drain pipe that just drains out to the back to the little swale back there. So it's not exactly high tech or super environmentally friendly, but it'll be good enough to get a little bit of water in here. Here's the inside of the window that opens up from to out there. We have these latches so we can, you know, lock it when it's not in use. Keep it latched shut. And what else? Let's see. So this, of course, was a shed before it was a Pubshed, and we had to figure out what to do with all the stuff in the shed. So we did a big cleanup, and we got rid of a whole bunch of junk. And then I built this kind of small little storage space over on the side that houses all of our shovels and rakes and whatnot, stuff that we have to hang on to. It also includes the setup for the solar. So there's a 100-amp-hour battery there, and there's this is the charge controller. It's a little amplifier for the speakers that live inside the shed, and then this is the controller for the lights that we use to turn the lights on and off, right up there. This inverter is one I had just sitting around the house. It's way too big for the job, and it's not very efficient. It draws a lot of power all the time, so I'll be replacing that with something that works a little better. The one I bought originally is back here. It wasn't quite big enough to run the fridge, so I'll be returning that and getting a new one to run everything. And this all locks up, although I don't think I'll ever actually put a lock on it. We also kind of redid some of the landscaping back here and found a new place to put our rain barrels so they're not sitting out in an ugly place. So once I put gutters on top of the Pubshed, they'll drain into the rain barrels. And mostly I use the rain barrel water to refill the pond. So I'll keep doing that. Let's see. I think that's about it. That's our Pubshed. I'm hoping that it's substantially complete this weekend. I'm going to spend as much time as I can trying to get the bar finished and get the taps up and running. And I don't know, next video you see will be me pouring myself a beer. Thanks.